trap, a vertical mirror where the blueprints snap. Ricardo tightens the silk around his throat, a nautical knot for a sinking boat. He measures the gravity by the hang of his frame, applying the starch to a hollowed out name. He smiles for the girl at the reception desk, a clicking gear, rhythmic and grotesque. Hiding the frost that's climbing his spine, drawing a sharp and professional line. The coffee is mediocre, the Excel is a cage, a grid for the animal, a fence for the rage. He's playing the Jekyll, the functional man, executing the protocol, following the plan. But Hyde is the one doing the heavy-duty breathing, deep in the marrow where the charcoal is seething. Then a fiery explosion, no cinematic spark, just a slow motion withering alone in the dark. He's an actor in a theater of the sound and the same, mopping up the evidence of the leak in the brain. It's a permanent performance, a lifetime of play, watching the identity just to wither away. A stage stillness, the stage stillness. The office hum is a surgical white, bleaching the edges of the day and the night. Internal combustion, a monster in the chest, hating the small talk and the stars color rest. The monster's impatient, he's counting the rows, fed by the boredom that nobody knows. Ricardo is walking the perimeter of the hall while the actual man is screaming at the wall. The sun disappears behind the industrial height, sinking the city in a lead-colored light. The pressure is physical, a column of air, crushing the spirit in the swivel chair. No dramatic release, no final goodbye, just a steady accumulation of a well-tailored lie. The script is the skin, the mask is the bone, the longest running tragedy that's ever been known. There is no explosion, no cinematic spark, just a slow motion withering alone in the dark. He's an actor in a theater of the sound and the same, mopping up the evidence of the leak in the brain. It's a permanent performance, a lifetime of play, watching the identity just to wither away. He sits in the sedan in the garish shadow deep, with a secret of Mercury he's hungry to keep. No bang, no fire, no bridge on the wire, just the sound of the engine taken down to the floor, and the man who isn't there anymore wither away. Wither away. Sanity is a stage. The morning is a red line, a slash across the page, polishing the narrative to hide the internal cage. I offer up a table of contents, indexed and refined. massaging the loose edges of a deteriorating mind. I am an author of the pondered, a master of the sane, muffling the with me thrum of the leakage in my brain. Just living my life is the mantra that I chew, while the story turns into a gray and dusty hue. But I'm listening to the gravel, the shifting in a bone, the dry sound of the boulders rolling through the unknown. My functionality is a backpack filled with leading weight, dragging me further from the version at the gate. Am I just the vacancy between the mask and the shout? A hollowed out architecture with the lights going out. I'm a stranger to the mirror, an edit of the real, trapped in the geometry of the things I refuse to feel. The space between the pretense and the jagged raw skin is the only territory that I'm currently in. The demon of the 3 a.m. is a tenant in my throat, laughing with a silver tongue, mocking kind of note. He perches on the silence, he counts the shallow breaths, cataloging 1,000 little functional deaths. The history is aging, the plot is wearing thin, revealing the corruption of the state that we are in. I question the inventory, I search for the core, but I can't find a heartbeat on the office carpet floor. Change is a currency, a luxury unearned, a bridge that I have looked at but never once burned. I'm an auditor of fear, keeping the tally and the score, refusing to walk through the only open door. My cowardice is a ceiling, low and made of glass, watching the opportunity for an honest moment pass. I can't afford the transition, I can't afford the price, so I'll keep the performance and the roll of the dice. Am I just a vacancy between the mask and the shout? A hollowed out architecture with the lights going out. I'm a stranger to the mirror, an edit of the real, trapped in the geometry of the things I refuse to feel. The space between the pretense and the jagged raw skin is the only territory that I'm currently in. The cigarette is a countdown, an ember in the gray, a brief smoky punctuation at the ending of the day. Tomorrow is a curtain call, a repetition of the play, washing the opticity and the wreckage all away. Stones in the head, mockery in the chest, I'm putting the functional version to rest. Just hold on, the edited ghost. The edited ghost. The signature was cursive, a loop across the void, a social contract for a peace I never once enjoyed. They draped the word happiness that's like velvet on the cage to muffle out the rattling of a prehistoric rage. I carry fossils in my pocket, the weight of God's long dead, while fanning out the embers of the things I never said. The smile is a barricade, a whitewashed wall of bone, hiding the only territory I have ever truly known. If I am Jekyll, I'm a ghost inside a starched white sleeve, drowning in the boredom that I'm forced to believe. But if I let the Hyde breathe, if I let the animal out, the law becomes the ceiling and the world becomes the shout. I inhabit the penumbra, the gray and jagged space, mapping the transition on a calculated face. For life is the labor of the steady-handed task to keep the jagged truth from this figure in the mask. An eternal effort in a room without a door, scrubbing out the evidence upon the kitchen floor. The demon isn't hunting in the shadows of the hall. He's the only honest fragment of the spirit after all. The necessary feast is pacing in the center of the chest, an uninvited tenant, a permanent cold guest. He doesn't want the logic, he doesn't want the plan. He's the internal combustion of a functional man. My identity's a desert, a wasteland of the sane, where the pulses are all tethered to a digital chain. I watch the reflection, the silver and the grit, waiting for the moment that the soul and mask will split. The duality is marrow, the duality is law, biological commitment to the hunger and the jaw. I spend my seasons fighting what I thought was an invasion, only to find he is the architecture of the whole occasion. No grand redemption at the ending of the flight, just the surgical clarity of the mid-morning light. Truth is a razor, the mask is the shield, the battle is the only thing we're never meant to yield. For life is the labor of the steady-handed task to keep the jagged truth from disfiguring the mask. An eternal effort in a room without a door, scrubbing out the evidence upon the kitchen floor. The like a feverish lung, ticking through the inventory of the things I've left unsung. Iron fins are burning, but the air is sharp and blue, saturated with the center coat smoke and a life I'm passing through. I'm standing in a shipwreck on a dry and steady floor, counting every salt stain leading to the door. The atmosphere is heavy, a lid-colored delay, stagnant as the water in a bowl of gray. I practice the alignment of the jaw and of the lip, a surgical correction for the steady downward slip. But the eyes are a disaster, a landscape of the dead, denying every syllable the smiling mouth just said. There is a sound of colliding boulders behind the temple wall, a heavy gauge static as the architectures fall. It's a tectonic shifting of the spirit and the bone, the loudest kind of silence I have ever really known. Turn the switch and let the darkness offer its release, the only honest territory where the war becomes a peace. Every good morning is a coin dropped in the deep, a debt to the functional that I'm forced to try and keep. The weight of the commitment is a pressure in the chest, a suit made of masonry that never lets me rest. I am an extra in the theater of the fine, polishing the surface of an unmoving line. The world is a machine that's a rhythmic beat, but my gears are all broken in the middle of the street. It's not the shadows that are frightening, it's the clarity of noon, the way the light reveals the hollow in the afternoon. But when the lamps are cold and the corners start to blur, I can finally lose the person that I thought I once were. The demon in my marrow lets his white-knuckled grip go, finding a sanctuary that the believers never know. There is a sound of colliding boulders behind the temple wall, a heavy gauge static as the architectures fall. It's a tectonic shifting of the spirit and the bone, the loudest kind of silence I have ever really known. Turn the switch and lock the tempers, for its release, the only honest territory where the war becomes a peace. Nothing, I am exactly the nothing of the room, the mercy of the vacuum, the beauty of the gloom. The colliding stops, the brass clicks like a bone in a socket. Thrash hit rhythm in a starch white pocket. I'm fortifying windows and bolting the wood, acting like a common, quiet neighbor should. But the deadbolt is a fiction, a mechanical lie. When the intruder is breathing behind the left eye, I keep the schedule tight, I keep the hands fast, trying to make the edit of the sanity last. But the boulders are rolling, grinding the floor, a geological sound behind the temple's door. Velocity is rising in the marrow of the head, unmaking every careful thing the protocol said. The smile is an enamel fracture, a jagged split, revealing the hunger where the foundation set. I'm the Jekyll of the hallway, the Hyde of the chest, a violent kind of engine that refuses to rest, waiting for the gravity to peel back the skin and let the actual conversations begin. I wave to the sidewalk, I polish the grill, distilling the mercury of irrepressible years of containment, of fine and okay, piling up the charcoal for a rainy weather day. Now the edges are fraying, the fabric is thin, I can feel the other person trying to get in. He's hitting the drywall on the inside of the brow, shouting that the later has finally become now. The telephone rings, a thin plastic cry. I answer with a velvet and a soft-spoken lie. Hello, says the voice, professional and sweet, while the left hand is busy turning into a sheet of white-knuckle pressure, a clenched fist demand to level the house with the strength of the hand. The voice is a harbor, the fist is the gale, the split-second logic of a structural fail. Checking the drink